Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And checking out some numbers for Karl Anthony Towns.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. The perimeter tandem, Sexton and Miller. Then there's LaMelo Ball. Then it's Miles Bridges. And for the Knicks, Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the power forward. Grant, we've got quite a game in store for us tonight. 2 of the top teams in the Eastern Conference.
Well, you know what they say, B.A. To be the best, you got to beat the best. I'm sure that's what both teams are thinking, so I expect them to be highly motivated.
Ball is a volume three-point shooter. His confidence pulling the trigger is a big part of his weaponry, and he isn't afraid to let it fly, that's for sure.
Now here's Robinson. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Here's Brunson. The rebound by Bridges. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Hornets. Here's Miller. And Charlotte, another 3.
Part of why Brandon Miller went 2nd overall in 2023, he's a quality three-point shooter.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And a big finish by Robinson.
Getting the ball into the paint for a close-range look. That's a nice pass.
And really the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
Here's Anunoby after Charlotte's three-pointer on the other end. And Brunson gets it to go.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Here's Miller. Pure from three-point range. Miller's got 6.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Brunson misses.
You can tell he's just a touch out of sync here, but he's battling, continuing to fight.
The 3 from Ball. And Charlotte, another 3.
And they are letting those threes fly from outside. Really in a great rhythm.
That's already 5 made triples in the first quarter. What a start.
Now here's Anunoby. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Brunson misses.
His struggles this quarter are self-evident, and the team just continues to suffer for it.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And some changes here for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Anunoby. And Clarkson subbed in for Mikal Bridges. James is checked in for Charlotte. Knipple comes in for Sexton. Here's Clarkson. And he makes it on the layup.
And this is what you like. I mean, Clarkson using that tight handle of his to create space.
From deep. And Charlotte, another 3.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
Clarkson outside Hart. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown.
Well, you love seeing that from Hart. Great exuberance and enthusiasm out there on the court.
Pass to James. Takes a 3. Knocks down the long J.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
And it's Jordan Clarkson with the foul. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Yabusele, he's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Towns. And it's McBride in for Brunson. Clarkson outside. We've got 13 seconds left in the opening quarter. Back to McBride. Lets it go from deep. And again, New York with the triple.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And so it's Charlotte up 15 points as this quarter concludes. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Filling out the wings, Clarkson and Bridges. Josh Hart is out there with Gershon Yabusele, and it's McBride in at the point. That's the group for New York starting the second.
Yeah, showing he can get dangerous off the dribble. Knipple fires before the defense even notices he's rising up.
Screen by Hart, back to McBride. The three-pointer off the mark. Hornets leading by 18. Here's Diabate. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high-percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Yabusele finds Bridges. Clarkson for 3. Fires in the triple. Clarkson's got 5 now.
Improving shot mechanics. Good height on that jumper. Nice arc. I like what I see there from Clarkson.
Towns, he's checked in for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. Charlotte also making some changes. Bridges, he's checked in for Diabate. And Sexton subbed in for James. Sexton misses.
Got what he wanted, but then blew the lay-in. He tricked that one.
Clark, last season, Josh Hart played nearly 38 minutes per game, more than anyone else in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't take possessions off. He's an old-school throwback kind of guy. Just a do-it-all player. Doesn't really have a specific position, but you know the effort and the production is going to be there pretty much every night.
Grant, you played in the more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance here.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
New York making a switch here. Brunson's checked in, and the basket by Bridges.
Mikal Bridges lethal in the catch and shoot. You've got to run him off those kinds of looks.
Oh, got that one up quick. And that's now 10 points for Brandon Miller.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Good work there as it goes.
You know, we've seen Bridges knock down threes, but I think this is his sweet spot at 15 to 19-foot range.
Here's Sexton. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
And the win was there for them, but they just let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Sexton misses. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Anunoby passes to Robinson. Deflected. They get it back, and he gets it to go. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Ball. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Hey, they are really exploiting openings in the mid-range. 10 straight points from that area.
You know what I've always said, partner? Good shooting covers over a multitude of ills. And we're seeing it right now.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Carl, they're scoring pretty easily. What has to change in the second half?
Our whole defensive system right now, because it's just not working. It's not the coaches, it's just the players. We're letting them get too much fast break. They're doing a great job, and they're hitting some shots, so we got to be able to make them miss.
Best of luck locking it in, guys.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Hey, folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Charlotte Hornets.
They have been so careful with the rock. Smart passes, tight handle on the ball, really speaks to the focus and discipline.
And that defense, try as they might, cannot disrupt their flow. Okay, now we've got some time to take a look at the Eastern Conference standings as the postseason comes into view.
Taking a look here now at the Hornets, with the playoffs right around the corner, they're in tremendous shape. They're right on top in the first half.
You mean they're ruling the roost? They're taking shots for every team every night, and they're still landing on top.
What's ruling the roost? Never heard that before.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's who Charles Lee is starting in the second half. Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. Ball is out there with Colin Sexton. Good.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots. He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Towns outside. Takes the 3. And the Knicks another 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league card.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I'd take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
Double team on Towns. Brunson, a good look. And it's New York scoring again.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
And you like how they're taking care of the ball, minus a few mistakes here and there. They're just so difficult to disrupt offensively.
And holding opponents to a low shooting percentage is their foundation for being competitive every night. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. It's a 13-point game. Here's Towns. Cat doing what he does.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
The Hornets have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Sexton. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Sexton's got 10 points in the game.
Playing at such a nice pace, Sexton's pull-up, it's a perfect shot.
Towns outside. Double team on Towns. Here's Brunson. Check out Brunson going to work inside.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Here's Miller. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. 12 points for him.
They're definitely opting for the mid-range jumpers. And it's working.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York. But Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Back to you guys.
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Knicks making a change here. Hart's checked in. Knippel's checked in for Charlotte. A minute and a half left in the third. Knicks trail by 13. Here's Brunson outside. It's Hart on the wing. Let's go with a 3. Drills it from deep.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
The Knicks have gotten 7 of 8 shots to fall in the third quarter so far. Bridges outside. Launches it. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game.
From the moment he entered the league, Mikal Bridges has been knocking down 3s.
And the basket by Bridges.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
To the inside. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Towns can do some exciting stuff on the floor. We're seeing it from him here in this one.
Fires from the wing. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Towns for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Bridges passes to Brunson. Here's Hart. The 3. He buries it from 3. And it's now only a 5-point Hornet lead.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. Charlotte on top. They lead by 5. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Pass to Hart. Plumlee against Towns. Back to Hart. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Hart. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride.
Well, you can see the work being put in on that particular shot for Bridges, and his confidence as a result is continuing to grow.
Buries it from outside.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out." Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Brunson against ball. Towns outside. Robinson! 8-footer is in.
Robinson knows his strength and great value is on the offensive glass. Got himself a hoop that time, too.
Bridges fires. Cashes in from 18.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, this hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. They trail by 7. Brunson steams his way inside.
Staying under control and unflappable, Brunson steps up when his team needs him the most.
Ball. The shot is money.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Brunson. Oh, the agility of Brunson getting to the bucket.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
That one goes. Yes, sir.
Well, once he gets on a roll, there isn't a lot you can do to slow him down.
Brunson against ball. Down it goes.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
It's good.
And Sexton takes these challenges personally. He enjoys sticking these jumpers into the eyes of the defense.
Ball against Brunson.
JB, Jalen Brunson, cold-blooded in the clutch. We've seen this movie many a time before.
Money from 3. And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. From 20 feet out. Ooh, rise and fire.
A huge make by Jalen Brunson, shining in the biggest of moments.
And now we've got an intentional foul. LaMelo! And he buries the jumper.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And he nails it.
Absolutely amazing. This young man is so money, and his teammates absolutely love him. Carl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Extending the team's lead. Just solid execution at the line.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Yes, sir, with the three.
Anunoby, OG, you can count on him to step up and make big shots.
And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Now Robinson. Count it.
Strong effort that time, producing the best look possible.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that puts him up 5. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
When he's hot, Brunson is capital letter hot. There's just so many ways he can hurt you.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal.
Oh, it misses. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And so the Hornets take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.